Hi, I'm Paul Daniels, and you probably know me best as a magician, a professional magician, a conjurer of some repute. Well, that's what it says in my publicity pack. What you may not know about me is I'm from the Northeast, way where they all talk like that, and we weren't very well off. We were hard up. The old gag is, and you probably know it, we were so poor, my mum used to take us to the pond and let the ducks feed us. Well, probably because of that, the hard up upbringing, I just hate being ripped off. I'm a real comparison shopper. I surf the internet looking for the best price for everything, and I even argue on the price then. So I'm the man you should be listening to when it comes to saving money. Speaking of saving money, I get people all the time come to me and say things like, can you make this into £1 million for me, Paul? And give me a fiver. It matches up with, can you vanish my wife? I can't do that. What I'm about to tell you is not a trick, but it is a certain kind of magic. I can make your household bills smaller. Indeed I can. I can even tell you how to make money as well. So this video you're watching, I'm going to be doing it in two parts. First, how to save you money. And secondly, I'll be telling you how to make money, if you want to. You might have enough already. What happened some months ago was some friends of ours came round and we were having a laugh, as you do, and they said they could show me magic. Now there is a funny thought. So I said, go on then, and they did. They showed me a way of dramatically reducing all my utility bills. And utilities is a funny word. It's an American thing, and it refers to your gas, your electricity, your home phone, your mobile. It's what we call services. And you can get them through this discount club, which is called the Utility Warehouse. The system is fantastic for reducing your bills. And I know we've heard a lot about that, haven't we? Everybody says this is the cheapest, this is the cheapest. But this really is. And a bit later on, I'll be proving that to you. Now, there were two things that made me take notice of this company. First, I live on the road. I travel all the time, so I use this all the time. This is my mobile, and my mobile bills have gone down enormously. And the other thing is, I'm a tidy fellow. Not. I'm lying. My desk is cluttered like you wouldn't believe. And the problem with bills is when you have all these different utility services coming in, they all give you different bills. Well, this company doesn't. You get one bill with absolutely everything on it. It's all itemized, and it's as clear to read and understand as anything I've ever seen. That in itself made me want to go to this company. It's like a one-stop shop for absolutely all the services. Now, I have to admit that at first I was very skeptical, and so was her indoors, Debbie McGee. She and I talked about it a lot, and we thought, why should we? Why should we do this? But we thought, what have we got to lose? And as the months have gone by and the bills have come down and Debbie's wearing new shoes, which is where I think the money's going, I realised that we've been wasting money for years and years. I hadn't even been interested in gas bills, electricity bills, phone bills and all that stuff. So I read a bit about it, and apparently at one time there was a tremendous monopoly on everything. Every utility service we have had a monopoly controlling it. That was deregulated, and other companies were allowed to move in and offer better, cheaper ways of doing things. And that's where the Utility Warehouse came in. They studied the market very carefully, and they found the best way to bring the service costs down to the benefit of all of us. Thousands of people are joining this new discount club every month. I know what you're thinking. It's impossible. How can you possibly charge less for the same service? How can you have lower bills and still be using the same services as you did before? It really doesn't seem possible, does it? Well, I come to you from the television industry, and in the world of commercial television, those adverts that we see every night on the telly cost fortunes. They cost zillions, and I know, because I know how much it costs to make a TV program. So who pays for the advert? Well, of course, the company do. No, they don't. You do. I do. The cost of all the adverts is added onto the bill of every product or service that you buy. The Utility Warehouse Discount Club works in a completely different way. By not paying for any expensive advertising campaigns, they pass all those savings down to us, the customers. So, how do they get customers if they don't advertise? Well, it's very, very simple. Personal recommendation. There's nothing quite like word of mouth, is there, to tell you what's good, what's bad, whether it be in the world of television, in theatre, or in this case, saving you money on your bills. And you needn't worry about what happens if there's a problem with the phone line, a gas leak, a power cut, anything like that, because those monopoly companies I mentioned earlier are still responsible for sorting out the problem. You get exactly the same reliability and service as all your neighbours who are still paying the higher prices. But you and me are saving oodles of cash. And another thing, it's totally safe. The Utility Warehouse Discount Club is run by a brilliant company called Telecom Plus, and they're quoted on the London Stock Exchange just like Vodafone, BT, Powergen and all the other utility companies. And you know what? In less than 6 years, they've come from nothing and are now one of the largest companies in the country. So they've got to be doing something right. So, if all this makes sense to you, why not get in touch with the person that gave you this video? There's no long-term contract to sign up for. Try it out for a couple of months, and if you don't like it, go back. I'll bet you won't. And while you're asking them about the phones, why not also ask them about your gas bills, your electricity bills, your mobile bills, or even your internet bills? Because the Utility Warehouse can save you money on all of those. And it'll all come on that one wonderful, much reduced bill. And it's all itemized. It's fantastic. At the beginning, I said I'd tell you how to save money and how to make money. But if all you're interested in is saving money, then I suggest you try the services. All of them. And I do mean all of them. But if you're interested in making money as well, stay tuned. So, the Utility Warehouse can not only save you money, but the company behind it, Telecom Plus, can make you money as well. And the way that works is this. They reward you if you recommend the Utility Warehouse Discount Club to other customers. It's as simple as that. And don't even worry about that, because it's no more than you do anyway. Think about this. If you go and see a good movie, you say to your mates, you know, wow, this is really good. You should try it, go and see it. Debbie and I went off to a restaurant, a Thai restaurant last week. We recommended that to some friends and they'll go. Now there's a difference, and the difference is the owners of the Thai restaurant will not pay me or Debbie for having recommended it to our friends. That's the way it is, but Telecom Plus do. They pay you, and they pay you for ages. In fact, they pay you forever. It's fantastic. And to keep everything as simple as possible, they pay this money to you by giving you even bigger discounts on your own bills. Well, that's the basic principle. And of course, the more people you recommend these services to, the bigger the discount you receive. Once you've found around 30 customers, you could be getting so much discount that you won't have to pay anything yourself. Now just imagine, you'll have free gas, free electricity, free phone calls, forever. Okay, here's what I recommend you do. First, try the services. All of the services from Telecom Plus. I'm not kidding, all of them. Just see how much you start to save. Now it's obvious, once you started to save, I know you'll want to say to your friends, hey, you should try this. I'm doing it. I'm saving money. What will fascinate you is once you do that, you will start getting an extra discount on your own services. And that in itself is great. But you might want to take it a bit further. You might want to make it into a real business, and you can. There's no sort of stress or strain on this. It's whatever you want to do. And when I heard about it, I fully understood the principle straight away, because I've been operating on it for years. I designed and wrote some language courses, for example. I've done books. I've even made a record, but don't ask about the record. The language courses are still selling. Every time they get sold, I get a royalty. You, when you're with Telecom Plus, will get the same sort of thing. They call it residual income. It's another way of saying you get paid over and over again. What it means is, every time one of your friends, someone you've introduced to the Utility Warehouse Discount Club, uses any of the services, you get paid. Every time they make a phone call, every time they run the bath, every time they turn on the TV, every time they boil a kettle, you get paid. So the more people you introduce to the services, the more you get paid. And there's no limit to how much you can earn. Your friends are very happy because they're getting cheaper bills. You're very happy because you're getting paid by Telecom Plus. You love Telecom Plus. Telecom Plus loves you. Isn't it a wonderful world? Telecom Plus will even train you. They've got a whole system set up whereby you can learn the business of Telecom Plus, and it's really good if you're really serious about turning it into a business. Their support is brilliant. Okay, there's certain things you've got to remember. They're not difficult. One, there's no selling. No selling at all involved in the business. What you're doing is offering services to people that they're already using, but at a much cheaper rate. I suppose in a way you're showing them a way to save up, and that's not a bad idea, is it? The other thing you've got to remember is you don't have to buy any stock. There are businesses out there that you might want to get involved in, but you'll have to buy stock and then sell it on, and that means filling up your garage or somewhere like that. There's no stock involved here. What happens is you tell people about the services which are provided by Utility Warehouse Discount Club. You'll have nothing at all to handle physically, and that, I think, is very important if you're thinking about starting up a new business for yourself. Something else that's really good is that there are no monthly sales targets. There's a lot of businesses where, you've not achieved your target, you're out of here. Nope, you decide how much you want to work. It's entirely up to you how many hours you want to put in, and I think you'll find it's a lot of fun, really. You'll want to tell people about the club because it makes them happy. People get happy when they save money, don't they? Me, I get happy when I save money, I'll tell you that. The training that I mentioned before, I've got to emphasize again, it's free, all right? It's free. Telecom Plus will take you away and they'll train you, and you'll become a representative to be proud of yourself. And you can be proud of yourself. What are you doing here? You're saving all these people money. It's a really good thing to do. It really is. Well, there you have it. Opportunities come, opportunities go. Do not ignore this one, and it's your choice. You can become a customer, benefit from great savings, or you can find a few extra customers and enjoy a discount on your own bills. Or you could even become a full representative and benefit from great residual income. It's entirely up to you. This is a great company and you like it. Not a lot. Oh, sorry. This is a great company and you like it, and you like it a lot.